Hey, here's a counterintuitive truth I've found in my 20 years of filmmaking. Too many options will hurt your film. Now, this sounds like BS, but I'll show you what I mean, starting with one common and controversial example. High resolution filming. I bring this example up because my DP and I recently had a chat about what resolution to shoot and master our upcoming film. Even though most films ultimately get seen at 1080p resolution, filmmakers have the option to shoot their films in high resolutions. We're talking 4K, 6K, 8K, 12K, hell, you can shoot it in 16K resolution. So shooting at larger resolutions gives you some seemingly big advantages, such as the ability to reframe your shots in post. If you shoot in 8K and want to master the film only down in 4K, guess what? You now can zoom in up to 200% on any shot in your film and create a close-up out of a medium shot. Or if you're mastering in 2K or 1080p, you can now crop in 400% on any shot and create an extreme close-up from that 8K medium shot. Incredible, huh? High resolutions can also make some VFX easier to pull off because there's more data and detail in the footage to key out a green screen or track an actor's facial expressions, for example. So with all that said, it seems like a no-brainer to take advantage of this if you have the camera that is capable of it, right? Not so fast. Let's look at the downsides. Number one, massive file sizes, which leads to much higher storage costs. Remember, you can't have your media on a single hard drive, right? You have to have at least one fail-safe drive to consider your media safe at all. That means when it comes time to back up your media, any difference in file sizes for your footage instantly gets doubled. In most cases, it's actually tripled because it's considered best practice to have your media stored 3 different ways. And those extra hard drive expenses will add up very fast, especially on a feature film or documentary when you're looking at 20 to 100 plus hours of footage. And if you've seen my video about how long and arduous the process of getting all of my media from so many years of filmmaking backed up onto a NAS and getting that backed up to the cloud and getting it onto a separate hard drive, all of that extra data from those extra Ks that you're shooting in are really going to add up and cause some headaches for your long-term archival of your media. Number 2, more complex post workflows. Now, while you can create low-resolution proxies to actually edit or cut your film, there's no workaround like that for VFX and coloring. They need the full-resolution media, and that means one powerful system if you want to handle 12K footage, for example. You might have to seek out a specialist with a computer that can just handle that kind of data. Because how many colorists have an 8K monitor? Not very many. Even still, the render times will be absolutely insane. So I hope they're not billing you by the hour. Number 3, more time spent reframing every single shot in post. Back in the days of celluloid film, you're shooting your feature film in 35mm, you were basically stuck with what you shot. You'd have a little bit of wiggle room to punch into the frame here or there if there was like a C-stand on the edge of the shot, for example, but you would only do that if you really needed to, because you'd be losing resolution immediately. But if you can punch in and reframe any shot in your movie with no quality loss, well, now you've opened up Pandora's box. No shot is safe. You will be poring over every single clip and trying to find slightly different framings and compositions after the fact throughout the film. This is going to make your post process much slower, much more tedious, much less fun. Number 4, less commitment to your framing and compositions on set. There's a lot to be said for committing to your vision, and that happens at each shot of your film. If you start giving yourself too many safety nets of shooting everything wider because you're not sure exactly how you want to frame it, what are we even doing anymore? Make a statement with your film. Make it loud. Stand behind your choices, at least while you're making them. Besides, isn't berating your prior self in the editing room just a part of the process of filmmaking? If you don't have that moment of self-loathing for how you framed a shot, then you're not editing a film. Part of the magic of filmmaking is taking pieces of time, capturing them from a specific point of view, and assembling them into something greater than the sum of their parts. This is what leads to so many happy accidents and discoveries in the editing room. And it just ruins the fun when every single shot becomes Play-Doh to be molded into whatever shape you later decide it should be. And this is happening so much more and more with modern filmmaking, especially with the technology that's coming out. You know, people are talking about, let's just shoot everything flat and then we'll relight it all in post, and we'll figure out the best lighting then because the technology is getting there. Look at all the AI BS that's coming out now. It's just more and more going to go that way. We're losing that human thought and premeditation of every moment of the film. I do think that all of these options are a root cause of the disease of modern cinema sucking so much.
He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
I promise Old Man Kent is going to stop ranting, but first here's one more example of this line of thought in a different application. Let's talk about film versus digital photography. Now, I only got into photography when my dad first lent me his old 35mm film camera. I'd had digital cameras sitting around for years, but digital photography had never interested me even a little bit. Because you could take a digital camera and go shoot a photo 1,000 times for free, reviewing it immediately after snapping every single photo, making little changes and tweaks until you get the one that you like, and then take that photo, manipulate the hell out of it in Lightroom, and for me to learn, I need consequences for a bad photograph. So I'd rather use a camera like a sniper, waiting for the right moment, the right position, the right light, making sure I have the right lens, thinking through my exposure, knowing each snap of my camera will end up costing me like $1 after the cost of buying the film, getting it developed, especially if I want prints, but knowing I can't wait too long. I can't take too long measuring and thinking everything through. That bird, that shadow, that old man at the bus stop might turn or flitter away at any moment. So each picture becomes something so much more than just hoarded data. It's an intentional choice with thought behind it and stakes baked in. I won't even know how it turned out until a week or two later when I get it developed. So in the meantime, I'm in limbo. I'm reflecting on what I shot. I'm anticipating which images are going to turn out as striking as I saw them. Where was I too slow to get the focus? Where did I shoot just total filler fluff BS and waste my money? And by limiting my options, by shooting on film this way, I learned to find compositions faster, to think critically about an image and figure out what was worth a photo? What do I want to say? What images matter? So I guess there are two morals to this meandering video. One, embrace limitations. They can be your greatest teachers. And two, be wary of playing it safe and nerfing your vision when you do have lots of options. Because if you succeed in this business, eventually options will continue opening up. But that might be a trap. Thanks for watching. No sponsor this week, but I do want to give two quick shout outs to things you will enjoy if you enjoyed this video. Number one, my mostly weekly newsletter, Friday Film Notes. I literally pulled this script directly from an old newsletter issue. So give that a shot. It's free. Go to standardstoryco.com. You'll even get a couple of freebies when you sign up. And the other thing is my instant short film blueprint. This is my 2-hour crash course that demystifies and simplifies the art of writing compelling short films on a budget. By the end, you'll have a crowd-pleasing script that's ready to go shoot this weekend even, without any extra money or resources required, because you're gonna learn to write compelling stories based on what's already right in front of you. And this is the most efficient, no-nonsense course you're gonna find. In 2 hours, I'll strip away all the BS about writing short films, give you 10 simple story rules to follow, and if you adhere to this blueprint, your script will simply work. So check it out, because right now it's on sale. Instead of $79, it is down to $59. And I'm gonna throw in something new that I've made. It's called Story Starters, and this is an ebook that is full of prompts, challenges, and exercises for screenwriters. And I recommend using it in conjunction with the Instant Short Film Blueprint course. And between both of these, you should be writing all kinds of short films. So again, that sale ends this week. Don't wait around, check it out, and I'll see you all next time.